There I go. There we go. Shoops. Hello, how are you? Football player 890, how you doing too? Peace. Got a Mallet giveaway coming. And I'm trying to establish some rules. I don't want people to have to. I had one person already go in and I felt weird. Yep, you are the first comment and the first like. I appreciate you so much. And you too can enter into my Mallet Melee giveaway sweepstakes. All you have to do is comment on one of my shorts. I want that mallet. You can shoot me. Email address. I get it to you. Somebody's got to win it. How's that new lathe coming along, Shoops? Let me do that a little bit. Tripping and falling, I can't get up. This mallet here is going heavy on the ergonomics, folks. We want this thing to feel special. I was thinking about making the handle more narrow to make it more comfortable to the grip, but I think that's the wrong way to go. I think the right way to go is to adjust the grip to the hammer, right? Or the mallet, I should say. I think that's how you want to hit, right? That's where the fingers are. So I think I want to do that. Wish I had my grinder here. I could cut these nails. Sawdust Mafia, man. All of that sawdust came out of this handle and this mallet. We built this thing today, all live, whole process up to this point. And now we're going to do the finish. We want to be able to see that too. So I said I was going to get the whole thing did. Here I am, grossing you out with my disgusting fingers and habits. mallet though. Give me a slick and quick second, and I'll be right back for the razzling and the dazzling, as it were. All right. Where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, I want that tool. I'm going to take this little bad boy for a spin, potentially. And I need a battery for that. First, the nails. Pretty good. Nice. There we go. A little quick manicure. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, shoot, I had to do the nails, man. You know? It's called a He-Man cure. This is gonna be a good little mallet this way. See these finger holes? That's gonna be nice. Let's go ahead and get us a hole in there so we can hang it. Once we're satisfied, we are going to do some more polishing on that handle. Mostly sanding, but we are going to do it. Let's see. I know y'all want to see this part, right? We're almost there. I don't know if you could tell, I'm adding a pulsing pressure so that I don't go too far. I may get some tear on the other side, but not much. Trying to minimize it. Truthfully, I'm trying to feel before I get all the way through. Something changed. Nope. Let's check our depth real quick. Yeah, we're almost through that thing. A little bit more. Now, not too much. Definitely had some though. Nothing a little chamfer can't fix. All right, so now we got this comfortable for the tappity tap, for the spinny spin. Now what we have to do is decor. Let's get this smooth, and we'll do that with the 100 grit first. We'll just soften everything up a little bit, rough it up. Weirdly, that's also going to give us some scars and junk, right? But this is strong enough around these edges quite comfortably. But also, it's going to leave some little marks that we're going to have to get out. That's okay, because we definitely are going to have to put another sand on it. And I know y'all hate sanding. I don't at all. I like it. So after the 100 grit, we'll break it down to like a 180 or 220. And that'll be all the softness we'll need. So this little mallet we're building. That one of you might end up with, should you choose to participate. You can go in any of my videos and comment, I want that mallet, I'll get you in this contest. And then I'll reach out to you and let you know when we do the drawing. I just decided to do this, so I don't have all the rules in place, but so far that's all I think I need. But I will give you a date once I get enough entries to make it make sense. You gotta do a whole lot extra. But I will say that my members will get their own drawing, and it's a lot less of them. So if you're a member, you have an extremely high chance of winning a mallet versus everybody else. But if you are everybody else, you do have a chance. Like I said, I'm doing one for you, doing one for the members. So sanding is kind of like you're removing the inadequacies of the last process that you did. Like if it was a saw or a chisel, you're removing the imperfections of that, or you're softening the edges that it couldn't. And then you go with this heavy grit and do that. Again, this is 100 grit, which is pretty aggressive, I'd say. right behind that. That 180. That 180. Gonna get us good. Sorry I can't see the chat while I'm doing this, but I'll look up in a second if y'all are talking to me, and I'll talk back. Otherwise, go to any of my videos, shorts or whatever. Say, I want that mallet. Boom. And you're in. It's that freaking simple. Softening all my corners. Make me a little nice round over. And in the words of the Tony's times 3, it feels good. Dip, 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 dip. 180 grit, and I like the netted sandpaper. This lasts so much longer. I guess this is more of a fabric. Lasts so much longer. But you can even see the grain in our construction lumber starting to show off a little bit. This is all in the scrap pile this morning. But now, my unfeathered friends, we're going to get ourselves a finish on this here thing. I'm going to wrap that, right? Just wrap it in there. Wrap it in there. Thor's hammer out of wood. Actually, yes. Yes. Absolutely. I will say this. Thor wishes his hammer had this kind of style and was made with this kind of love. You see this knife? I could be stabbing my leg out right now on accident, trying to make you the most beautiful mallet ever. What kind of chances I take? Because I care about you so much. So much. Clean up a little more. Clean up, clean up. Everybody clean up. Just have to sing that to my kids. They will get into it, man. Gaslighting as a parent. That's what you have to do. Shoop says we're doing the giveaway at 250 subscribers. That's what's up. Hey, Shoop, tell us all about it. What Shoop's giveaway gonna be? Oh, is that Craig jig? I think I saw it. I think I saw the short for that. Yes, Craig pocket hole jig. Super handy. There's a lot of bougie woodworkers that don't know about pocket hole jigs, and they be hating on it, but I'm telling you, the cabinet maker, pocket hole jigs are incredible game changers. If you have not had one, you don't have one, and mine's a Craig too, so that's who's keeping the game alive right now. Oh, it feels good. It feels good. I want to beat something with it. You know what I'm saying? So good. All right. Now what we can do, clean this off. First, I'm going to do a little bit of... Enough out of you. All right. Now we're down to bare naked wood. Beautiful. Let's get us a couple of holsters. Whilst we make some decisions. One thing you got to think about is the finish. I think that's a pretty easy decision to make. Our good old friend, the boiled linseed oil, is back in the building. And then we'll put a shellac or something over it after. But like, this is a magic hour, I think, with these things when we get to do that. Yo, Lawrence, how you doing? TJ is asking me what wood is in this mallet. Man, this is 100-year-old American chestnut, buddy. I am one of very any people I know that have it. And you can have it, because you can win this mallet. You can win this mallet. You can win this mallet. MJ back again. Yo, my man Lyons is in the building. Yo, Lyons, I don't want to miss you next time you come in here, man. I'm going to add you as a moderator just because I like my friends to be in blue, you know what I'm saying? I like for my folks to be in blue, cuz. Violin royalty. Okay, Lions, all you got to do is go on to any of my videos, go into the comments, and say, I want that mallet. And you're in like Flynn. Now, here's the other caveat. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one for people who are just subscribed. I'm going to do one for just the members. That way, I've got 10 members right now. So the odds are pretty good for them to get one. It's a 1 in 10 out of that group. Of those who might even want it. A lot of y'all can already make them and wouldn't care for my mallet. But still win it. And then anybody else that comments right now, I've only got one person who's entered. So you got a chance. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I should do. Let me see. You only get this one opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Go back to my youth real quick. Yes. Shoot. Go to one of the videos. You got to do it in the like in one of the shorts or one of the long form ones. Like I got two, but so that it's not just in the chat of this, because in this chat, as soon as this video is over, this will go away, and I might lose your name. But you can go on any short, and all you got to do is say, "I want that mallet," any of them. Because it'll notify me when somebody's commented, and then I'll see it, and then I'll put you in the game. So yep, 100-year-old chestnut. If you don't know the history, this wood went away in the 1920s because of blight. And it turns out that blight is hereditary. So they're born as saplings with it, and they never make it to maturity, and thus there went the American chestnut. Now, somebody was just telling me recently that there are efforts underway to try to bring it back, but this one came out of a 50-year-old house that has been, it was 40 years old before it got in there. There's lions. Old graph head lions for sure, bud. For sure. Seek uno. I was all over for a little bit. You see all the work in this shop, all the decor. All the decor is very hip hop. And you know, that's one of the elements of hip hop. You gotta represent the art. Let's see, the top is always a little dramatic. Right where that wedge is, to see if it does something interesting. I'll lock it. This is so mature. This mallet looks very sophisticated. Like very sophisticated. Look at that handle. Violent Royalty says, was it a Victorian house? No, it was a craftsman. I mean, no. I'm actually talking about my house. My house is a, Nantucket? I don't know. The embarrassing thing about me is that I lose words all the time. And it exposes how dumb I am. But, yeah, it was not a Victorian though. That's for sure. I want to say this house is has something to do with a sea, weirdly enough. Think I could get a hold of some redwood? I'm sure there's a way. I'll find it out. Now, typically, I looked up on this wood. I completely looked up on it. I had no idea what it was. I was 5 seconds from throwing it away, and then I was like, well, maybe I could use it for something cool. And I looked it up, and I found out what it was, and I was so impressed that I'd come up and had the mindfulness to check on it. But it was in this house when I got here. somebody had built a makeshift wall of it, tongue and groove. And it is old as dirt. And I like the yellowing of that handle in contrast to this. I like what that did. So yeah, and I have more. So I can build 2 of these. I will build 2 of these. Almost dropped your mallet. I love that word. It looks like a pearl-handled pistol. I love it. Wood, not word. Oh! I love that wood. It looks like a pearl handle. See, word could have worked too. We'd have never known. But look at that worm. Look at that worm. That's so awesome. This is where those worms pass through the wood. All these little places where it's cut through. There's a spot here you can see completely through it. I love it. I love it. And I'm going to do it again, one more good seasoning before I seal it, but then I'll seal it up. And then once it's sealed, it's sealed. And I'll put some pretty heavy duty stuff on it, leave a nice finish, and get this thing shipped out. I like it so much. I do like it even better than this one. And this was one of my favorites. This was a little bit of a challenge, but I like it. But this I liked. In the contest, you might have the option. You can say, hey, I want that one. And I'll be like, okay. Because why wouldn't I? Because I'm building them all the time. Now, and I can use a new excuse to build another mallet. I feel bad for whoever gets hit with that one. Oh my God. I would too. Lion said, I love the stuff you make from bits of wood. Sick, man. Top build. Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm pretty new to this. I'm not, quite as good as you. Y'all should go check out Lion's place. One, he's hugely entertaining just to sit in the camera and talk to you. But so talented, man. This dude makes spoons. I won't say what I can't do. I'll say that I'm afraid and a little intimidated by spoon carving. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Welcome back, Shoop. One day I have to make a mallet wall. That's brilliant. I was thinking about a place and a way to hang them, but a mallet wall, yes. Yes. Yes is the answer. Matthew's back. Who has boiled linseed oil once a day, once a week, once a month for a year, and after that it's once a year. Well, I might include that in the instructions. But I'm not going to hold on to this thing for a year. These guys need to see it. Look at the top. I didn't even expect kind of this marbling that's happening up here, whatever this is called. But I didn't expect these kinds of changes. There are people in this world who like a consistent pattern and people who like chaos and clouds. I am a chaos and clouds person, despite my undiagnosed diagnosis. Lion says, oh man, cheers, bro. It's just practice like anything else. I hope it ain't making them out like that. So nice. But yeah, that's encouraging. I'll be practicing how to get a better tool though. Like that little, I'll show you the little scooper I had, and I did use it. I think I gave it too much though, because I did use it when I put the Tushy print in my bench here, so I can sit down comfortably. And now I got both of these. This marking knife that has worked out excellent. This is like a carving knife, really. And then this, it was super sharp. It worked great. And then you see how I completely mucked it up because I do too much. And I don't know how to get that back. How in the world would I get that back or sharp or anything? So it's just over there waiting on a better version to show up and figure out what I can do with this instead of ruining it. Bad Dragon says, I found a can of blow from my ex-wife's grandfather. I covered it like gold. Okay. I like those dark lines in the face of it, says TJ. Yeah, I think so. I like that too. Boils, linseed oil, and shellac and butter just once is better, says Shoop. Thanks for the info, Shoop. I love that. People be giving me some help in here. It needs a sharpen definitely, says Lions. It needs a re-sculpting, a reshaping, a new owner, and a better caretaker than what I can be. I am notoriously rough on tools, though. I am. But I'm also notoriously determined. So I get some stuff done. I love this thing. So listen, once again, if you're just coming in here, giving this away, I'm going to have 2 drawings, one from my direct members who have subscribed with little blue stars, and one for just people who want it. And there'll be 2 drawings and 2 mallets. Could be these 2. Could be this one and a twin like it, but you get to decide, not me. But all you have to do, go to any of my shorts, any of my lives, and after the live is over with, make a comment and say, I want that mallet. And you're in, like Flynn. I'll figure out how to get in touch with you, or I'll get you all on one short that I'll send out, and I'll send it out specifically to that list and tell you who won. Tell you if there's a drawing date, so on and so forth. I want to get a few people in, at least 10 on both sides, and I've already got 10 potential entries because the members are automatically entered in that one. And then it's you guys too. So right on. Lion says, I got your back. Violin says, Wes, why do you love mallets so much? Is it because you're native? I don't know. I think it's a fascination I have a little bit with tools. Tools feel like an extension of my own consciousness sometimes. And you're the perfect person for this. You would know this as a musician. When you get to a certain point with a certain tool or instrument, you think it and the instrument does it. Your hands and your arms are not necessarily the drivers at that point. It is you pouring into the instrument, but you have to have enough time with it to be able to do that. And one of the first tools I worked with was a hammer, And the first things I was doing was roofing, and roofing is the only hammer that you ever hold high and tight like a mallet. Mallets you hold like this, hammers you hold like this, roofing hatchets you hold like that. Because you want a short stroke. Boom, hit your nail, boom, knock it in. You're almost punching it in. And that's the first one I learned, and it just became like music. And roofers work in rhythm. I don't know if you ever heard roofers work, and even when they've got the pneumatic nailers, it's because of the nail pattern. And you got to get in a rhythm with it. And after I experienced that, it reminded me of the same way I felt as a young artist, a paintbrush. And now it's like to build a tool that helps you build a tool, or sitting on the tool that you built with your tools that you built. and as far as mounts, I'm always, you saw all my hammers I got. Purpose-built things are also my thing. I have a dozen hammers because I have a dozen uses. And my mallets are kind of similar. I love to have an all-in-one, but I can appreciate the subtle differences of each. And it's just so fidgety too, right? Because I'm kind of a nervous guy, you know. So this helps. This is pleasurable for me. So that may be the fascination. TJ, welcome to the crew. TJ has locked in with us, y'all. You are in the friggin' race. Yo. Violin says, well said, very beautiful. Thank you. Les, did you see my earlier comment about my brother? Says, shoot. No. Let me see. Let me see. It's called friction polish. Is that what you're referring to? The boiled linseed oil, shellac, and buffer? Oh, his name is Wesley? Word. I like it. I very seldom meet a Wesley in real life. When I do, every single time we're both very excited. It's a fairly rare name, I think. It's a common TV name, but it's a fairly rare name. It's like, you know, Wesley Snipes and then the Princess Bride. Like, that's about it. I speak passionately. Thank you, Violin. I guess I'm just talking. TJ says, I've done some work with my 7-year-old son on my own. The Home Depot Kids Workshop keeps it fresh and something for us to do. We brought the kit home and spent some good father-son time together. TJ, that's amazing. That is amazing. I love that. My sons are car guys. We go to a car show once a month. Atlanta happens to have the world's biggest car show once a freaking month. Every month we get to go and see Lamborghinis and Paganis occasionally, all kinds of exotic cars. I do a mallet with a big leaf and a bamboo, something as a handle. That's awesome. Get a piece of plywood and just stand it up and have them all displayed. Shoop says, yep, we call them Wes. Yeah, it's so easy to say, right? Wes. Plus, where I'm from, there's a thick accent, and it, and I like my native accent, but it makes my skin crawl a little bit when people call me Wesley. Wesley, 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 where you at, Wesley? I'm Wes. You have to do a woody wagon to show off at the car show. What we are going to do to show off at the car show is we are going to put wood planks down in the bed of my, let me change that, of my 16-year-old son's 81 square body Chevrolet truck. We're going to squat it down a little bit as soon as that motor's in there. And we're going to put a paint job on it. It's already got a bunch of sound in it. It's already got a wood grain steering wheel in it, good seats, good radio. The interior is mostly done. And it's a mean looking truck. I miss it. I'm giving it to him because I love him. But oh my God. Well, we're going to show out at the, it's going to get a lot of attention when we get it there. It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. I did make the console myself. And I did all the interior bits myself in that truck. But yeah, y'all enter the contest. I love it. Matthew says big branch. Oh, I got you. And a bamboo what as a handle? Oh, bamboo. Oh, the mallet is the big branch and the bamboo is the handle. Got it, got it, got it. Lions, you getting out of here, man? Gotta go to sleep, West, man. It's awesome to catch you. Awesome work you're doing. I'll give you a shout about a hook knife recommendation. Yes. Thank you, brother. I'll see you later. Appreciate Lions. He is on the other side of the world, so he is definitely, sometimes I'll catch him super early in the morning. But an entertaining guy and just a great accent. We all love a good English accent. What up, Rat? How you doing? Ain't seen you in a minute. You say that's real big? Really? Even when you're sitting and just talking, your mind looks like it's still racing. Oh, for sure, Mylan. That is, you know, they probably have some letters for that too, but I won't go get diagnosed. I'll just keep making mallets. Subbed, Rat Smacker. Yes. The stream's doing good, Wes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think so. I got a couple of likes in here. Oh, no, I don't. I got no likes. Well, I can't tell. I can't see it on my screen. But it's not showing it. Almost 100 viewers. Sweet. Good to see all 100 of you. I want every one of you free balling sons of snackers. Push the button. Double, just boom, boom. That's it. Boom, boom. 2 times. Front of the, right. This is the phone. Boom, boom. That's it. You want the volume up? I was talking too loud. You turn the volume up. You just hit the button over here. Forget that one. Face. Hit the button on the front. Boom, boom. Twice. Twizzle. Smizash. Violin liked it because you're awesome. That's why you're always doing that. Yes. Hey, Wes, can I have mod status too? Rat Smacker, what are you talking about? Of course you're in this crew over here being blue. Pull up, fam. Did you ever think about putting emojis or pictures on the side of the mallets? I did write Carnage's name on the side of his mallet, and then I put epoxy in it and made it look like blood. And I haven't done anything much more complicated. I did my brother's, I did nicer letters for him and filled them in with epoxy, sanded it down. But that I just carved in with a chisel, and it felt rustic and cool, and I kept it. But no, I haven't thought about emojis or pictures. Maybe I could. Make a little face on the side of it. You're giving me an idea. I could carve something in. I could put a heart on there. Oh, another layer of wood, cut it down to the heart the way I did with the pendant, where it's layered, but you slice into the next layer and leave that layer flat so it doesn't look like it's stuck on, but it's just blended in, but a different wood. Yes, that's a good idea. Get a branding iron, handmade by Wes. I'm looking into that. My good friend Calvin, Dad's Workshop, gave me the name of who he used to get his branding iron made, which is awesome. And so I'm gonna reach out to them and see if I can get something. If you can put creative people in a room together, this world will be different. I'm telling you, listen, that's the difference between collaboration and competition. Competition, you lose 50% of the ideas and understanding because they're all over there and you're working from only your own source. And you could be doubling down, and I promise you, if there are 4 people, 2 people over here, 2 people over there, they all want to do the same task, right? The efficiency more than doubles. Thus the pot gets more than double. Everybody gets more. 4 people are working together versus 2 sets of 2. This is 101 contracting. Know it like the back of my hand. It's been proven my whole life. Competition is stupid in most cases, except for in a learning environment. It just adds another element of pressure, which gives some people a little bit more fuel. Carve a smaller mallet into it and keep going deeper until you can't have any more precise. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. I wonder if the little Dremel tool would be any use on that. I might do that. You could put the heart and enter the Dylan challenge. Yes, I saw that. Yes, I was thinking about what could I do to enter that. I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. And you know what I might do? I might do it. Of course, I'm gonna do it live. Of course, I'm gonna do video of it. But I might do it and then enter it into that contest and this one so that you could win a West Desert Heart mallet. Oh, can you imagine this contrasting up there? That would be cool. That's gonna be cool. I'm doing it. Good idea. Way to cross market. I love that. Sounds beautiful, says Violin. Or carve something related to Ozzy. Commemorate him. Yeah, I will. I like Ozzy as a person. I can't say I listen to a lot of his music. It'd be a little more. I don't know if you mean the same coming from me. I'd be more apt to do Sean Price. More, Sean Price passed away about 7 years ago. About a week ago, 7 years ago. Wes, have you thought about building a spring pole lathe? I don't even know what that is, so I guess not. Do a mallet out of a whole log. I have done a mallet that's about that long and the head was about that big. I used it a lot on a deck build. I did it alone, so it was a good extra weight for up high things. And sledgehammers tend to knock big dents in the wood, so it worked out really good for that. I left it outside and it basically exploded. Have you rode a pocket bike? One of the funniest things to do on the sidewalk. I have never ridden on a pocket bike. I did have little electric motorcycles for my sons when they were little. They rode them way too long until they were basically on them like that. That was fun. It's a lathe run by foot pedal, I believe. No power but human power. Oh, yeah. That sounds very interesting to me. It also sounds like a lot of space and mechanics. And that scares me a little bit because everything in here needs to be mobile. When I have a truck issue in the winter, I need to drive in here. And I got everything up on its wheels and roll everything to one side that I can have space to put my truck together. That sounds like a bear to maneuver. It seems like it should be in a dedicated space. Don't know if I'm willing to commit. Lauren says, oh, he was explaining also. Foot power lathe and has a pole wrapped around your workpiece and springs back and forth. That sounds so very, I've seen it. I think I've seen a big version of it, and then I've seen like sort of a smaller Asian inspired version. But I've got no idea what that mechanically would be to build. But I will look into it, because if I can, I definitely will. You know I will. So yeah. So out of all y'all peoples who are in here, don't know the numbers on the likes and whatnot, because I don't know why it's not showing up for me. But if you want to enter to win, do it. Come on, do it now. Quickly. Go to any of my shorts, any of my lives, go in the comments after it's over and say, I want that mallet. And you can get it. But for right now, I think we're finished with this. I think it looks awesome. I'm happy, 100%. And trademark any woodworker you're ever going to see build anything. They're going to tell you about the problem with it. Here's the problem with this one. I got a little nick right here that came out. That's the part that's going to make me stay up at night and sob into my hands that I was almost perfect at one time. But I'm getting used to it. So if you want to win, do that. Thank you for hanging out with me. A lot of you guys hung out with me all day today. I really appreciate it. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but sometimes when I can't work, I get really low. And this helps. I just have to have something to do. I'm that kind of person. So this helps me have something to do. You guys help me stay entertained while I'm doing it. And I appreciate the company, sincerely. And I will holler at y'all in a little bit. Who gives a F about some little nick? It shows character. Hey, I agree. A little bit. Woodworking is a drug, says Shoot. Oh, for sure. For sure. I can't stop touching this top because it looks like it's up, but it's not. It's just smooth and perfect. 100-year-old wood that looks beautiful. Thank you. I think so. Also, this mallet is pretty nice too. I'm gonna see y'all later. West does it. Dad jokes always end on a dad joke. See y'all later.